Hello, and welcome back to Beacon Pines. This is episode 9. We are just starting chapter 7 now, in a branch of reality that is very interesting. So we are currently in the process of trying to get into the headquarters of Perennial Harvest in order to rescue, maybe, or extract Beck's mother.
Into the hive. A good heist requires preparation. And thorough preparation takes time, something they had precious little of. So far, everything was in order. Jeff, Iggy, and Tish all agreed to do their part. Beck radioed Luca that night with a simple and covert message. "We are locked and loaded on my end." And Rollo, after a lengthy confession, managed to persuade Roxy and Fitz to help. He stowed away in mission control for the night to avoid attracting attention. Rollo, being uniquely suited for the role, would be the first to breach Perennial Harvest. The outfit provided by Jeff wasn't perfect, but a convincing disguise is 10% wardrobe, 90% confidence. Rollo took a few vigorous breaths and shook out his arms.
Just stay calm, Rollo. You can do this. This kind of looks silly. Got your delivery here. A delivery? I don't have anything in my notes about the delivery. One moment. I'm so sorry, but there's no delivery scheduled for this morning. Right.
He had to think quick.
That's because this goes directly to the founder. He asked that it be kept secret.
Rollo sighed, adjusting his tool belt.
You know how the founder can be. I suppose we can leave this one off the records. Our harvest awaits, and such.
With a stroke of his mustache, Rollo proceeded into the Perennial Harvest headquarters.
Our harvest awaits. Package here for the founder. Oh, I didn't hear anything about. Yeah, this is a need to know kind of thing. I'll just
He
check.
stammered and flipped through the pages of his clipboard.
This goes directly to the founder. I don't have time to fill you in. Oh, I see. If you could just complete this form.
Rollo interrupted with urgency in his voice.
Every time with the forms. Look, if you want to explain to the founder why I'm late, well, it's your funeral. I'm sorry. What did you say your name was again?
Rollo panicked.
Our harvest awaits, sir. That's a restricted area. Excuse me, sir. Our harvest awaits. Ready to light this candle, Tish? Yep. Suck on this perennial ham fist. What was that?
The distraction was enough for Rollo to regain his confidence.
Just open the damn door. I've got a job to do.
The clipboard fumbled around in a frenzy.
I should check on that noise. Oh, come on. Just buzz me in already. Okay. That was close. Ah, the others are inside. Our harvest awaits. Hey, I figure, when in doubt, stick with the classics. Well, that was a close one. But you pulled it off. Nice work, Rollo. Alright, everyone knows what to do? Yep, deep engineering is to the north. I'll go with Beck, in case she needs some muscle. I'll head east to the founder's office. You two be safe. Locate the founder's office. Okay. Deep engineering wing. Back and Roller have that covered. Can we leave again? Perennial Harvest Reception. Better not head that way. Guess there's not many options right now. That's odd. There's not even any cups for the water. Yeah, that's truly odd. Is this a labyrinth? This whole place just feels fake. But of all things, a fake plant? Let's always pick the doors with the doormat? Because I don't know what else to... Solomon?
Solomon stopped in his tracks.
Luca? What are you doing here? It's a long story. Are you okay?
A veneer of confusion flashed across Solomon's face. His words rushed out dramatically.
No, I'm most certainly not okay. Some strange people grabbed me and... Were they in hazmat suits? Yes, how did you know? They brought me here and locked me up, and when they were distracted, I ran. Dang, okay, you should stick with me. We've got a plan.
Solomon's facade briefly faltered.
We? Yeah, Rollo and Becca are headed to deep engineering. Thank heavens you found me. Wait, so... in this version of reality, we don't yet know that Solomon is the founder, right? It's so hard to keep track of like the confusing branching narrative, and also sometimes having like days in between recordings, and it's just a lot. So I'm gonna assume that in this version of reality we don't know that he is the founder, but we have heard the term the founder somewhere on a radio, I think, and so that's why we are now looking for the founder's office, I think. We've got to get out of here. We can't leave just yet. But they'll catch us again. I've got to do something first. When you were running, did you happen to see a door marked Founder? Founder? Why are you looking for him? I am not. I just need to get into that office. Now that you mention it, I do think I saw a door that said Founder. It was just down this way.
Luca happened to notice a plaque above the door.
Office of the Founder. Knocking comes with consequence. Oh, here it is. This is weird. So it is. It's pretty lucky that I ran into you, or else I might have missed it. Truly fortunate.
Luca tried the handle.
Locked.
Solomon leaned forward to examine the mechanism.
Regrettably, it seems to be some sort of electric lock. I don't see how we could possibly defeat a lock like that.
Luca smiled and looked at his watch.
Let's just wait a minute. Wait, that's Beck's other mom. I don't know what sort of funny business you're up to, but I like it.
She mimed a quick hat tip and ambled off with a whistle.
Howdy. Good afternoon.
The light on the keypad changed from red to green.
How did you do that? It's good to have friends. Quick, let's get inside before someone spots us.
Luca switched on his walkie-talkie.
Rollo, I'm in. As expected, there's a control panel. Great timing. We're stuck at a locked door marked 24601. Need you to get us through. What if someone catches us? We should get out of here. I'm not leaving my friends, Solomon.
On the computer screen, a green cursor blinked in a password field.
Surely, you don't have a way to get around the password.
Luca pecked out his best guess. Underground secrets. The screen blinked to life. Columns of green numbers glowed on a black background.
How did you just guess that? Oh, it's this absurd password Rollo heard when he was down here before. It's funny how someone arrogant enough to call themselves the founder uses such a basic password. Or they were thinking several moves ahead and not expecting anyone to guess something so simple. These villain types always end up outsmarting themselves.
Solomon's jaw clenched into a half smile.
This is so silly. Because I mean, we know that he's the founder, but Luca doesn't. Your powers of deduction are as impressive as your luck.
Luca quickly scanned the columns for number 24601.
Rollo, I think this should do it. Bingo bango, doors open. Luca, you never fail to impress. What is that slippery lout even doing down here? We have a friend whose mom is in trouble. We're here to get her out. I see. Oh, Luca, I think we're close. The next door is marked 13806.
Once again, Luca scrutinized the numbers on the screen. In that moment of distraction, Solomon reached forward and pressed a large red button.
Maybe this one opens the lock. Crap, we've got company. Luca must go faster. One sec, I can't think with all this noise.
He quickly skimmed the screen with his finger.
Here it is, 13806. Go, go, go! Curse these fumbling hands. My apologies, Luca. Don't beat yourself up. I know you were just trying to help. Yeah, surely. Oh man, no water cups. Rollo. Rollo, are you okay? Rollo, come in.
Mr. Kerr approached with a sneer and spoke into his walkie-talkie.
You can turn off the alarms. They're
With
trapped.
self-satisfaction, he called into the hallway.
That, my dears, is a dead end. Nowhere to run. Rollo, where are you? Are you okay? Yeah, I think we lost him. Making our way back to Nellie's office. Okay, you two ramble rousers are coming with us. Nope. Make a break for it. Did that little shit just kick me? Don't stand there after them. Okay, I think that worked. Roxy and Fitz have them on a wild goose chase. I'm having trouble following what just happened. Like I said, it's good to have friends. Rollo, how long do you think Roxy can distract them? How long can Roxy keep someone so pissed off they can't see straight? Let's just say we've got time. Entering Nellie's office now. Mom! Oh honey, what did you do to your hair? I thought you'd be happy. I finally used the Young Chemist's lab kit. You sure have a knack for making me incredibly proud in the most frustrating ways. We need to get out of here. We? Who is your adult friend? Oh, I'm not an adult. Ever heard of a growth spurt? I had more of a growth spew. No, that's not possible.
Nelly leaned over to examine his teeth.
Substantial banding on the enamel of the molars, consistent with Tempo's lupamine exposure. Is that what you call the gunk they forced me to drink? You drank it? Oh. Oh no. They told me it was only being tested on plants. Oh, Beck. Sweetie, I promise I didn't know. Mom, what the hell is going on at this place? I was brought here to work on the discovery of a lifetime. A novel chemical compound was discovered under Beacon Pines in a wellspring they called the Source. They named it Tempus liquamine. It pulls energy from its surroundings in order to fundamentally alter matter's relationship to time. It was the secret to Valentine's fertilizer. They harvested the Source, infusing small amounts of Tempus liquamine into the product. It worked wonders, drastically accelerating plant growth. Crops would be ready to harvest in a fraction of the time. But it led to complications. The foul harvest. Perennial Harvest came in to clean up the mess, to succeed where Valentine failed. But Tempus liquamine is rebellious. Rebellious? You can think of it as a manifestation of change itself. It's volatile by its very nature. So the more you try to force it to do a specific thing, the more it resists. Yes. I can relate to that. My role was to finish the work of my predecessor, Dr. Prescott, harnessing Tempus liquamine to reliably manipulate an organism's age. Just imagine how many people we could feed. Mr. Kerr was very insistent that we achieve a successful result before today's festival. But you didn't, right?
Nelly sighed.
You know how much I love a good puzzle. I poured myself into the problem. It wasn't long until I discovered oddities in Dr. Prescott's notes. Oddities? They contained obvious errors, mistakes that someone of his reputation would never make. So I fixed them, and now I get to replace my entire wardrobe. I really am truly sorry. Those clothes were all hand-me-downs anyway. It sounds like Dr. Prescott figured it out, got cold feet, and intentionally sabotaged his own work. I had considered that possibility. I've sent a letter asking him to clarify his thinking. Dr. Prescott is dead. Kerr had him killed. What? I overheard them talking about it on the radio. It's why we gotta get you out of here. I just... like... now. Wait, the vial. I finally solved the chemical equation allowing direct control of aging. Mr. Kerr picked it up just before you came. All the more reason we gotta hightail it. Luca, we've got Dr. Moodwell heading your way now. Roger that, be careful. Alright, everything's on track. And what is your plan for escape? We'll go over everything when they get here. In the meantime, maybe we can dig up some more info. Investigate all the things. Malice 80 proof whiskey. A hard drink for a hard man. Wow, even his alcohol is arrogant.
Solomon muttered inaudibly.
I should just smother you right now. What was that? I said I shouldn't bother you right now. Don't be silly, you're not bothered at all. Let's see what else this bad boy has on it. Security system. Time card logs. Payroll. Yeah, no, for being so evil, this guy sure is boring.
Solomon once again muttered under his breath.
You just wait. Huh? Oh, nothing.
Luca tugged on each of the cabinets.
Dang, this must be good stuff. They're all locked. Perhaps it's not as Perhaps he's not as careless as you suspected. Can we do things with the... we gotta go around all the way? Really? Really? I'm really sorry that... I'm really sorry you got dragged into this mess, Solomon. You needn't worry about me. Well, I feel bad either way. We're gonna get you out of this, I promise.
With a subtle, quivering lip, a smile crawled across Solomon's face.
It looks like the founder was helping Kerr plan the festival. Why would such a secretive leader be obsessed with a party? Only time will tell.
Luca held his hand up to the ashtray.
Still warm. He must have been here. He must have been in here recently.
They heard the trampling of frantic footsteps from the hallway.
Lock it, lock it, lock it. Locked. That was close. When we left Nellie's office, it was swarming with clipboards. We barely got away. Did they follow you? Rollo, before we start tossing blame around, is it possible someone ordered a pizza? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Definitely not pizza. What now? Don't look at me. I'm officially retiring from the heisting business. We are so sorry for the inconvenience. We just have a few quick questions. Just let me think. Can someone watch the door? Of course. Oh no, you will let them in. Everyone else huddle up. Oops. I think this little caper has gone on long enough. Solomon, no! Hush now, child, the adults are speaking. Dr. Moodwell, a brief reintroduction is in order. We've never met in person, but we have corresponded. You see, it was I who hired you. Solomon, the pathetic orphan child. The powerful and enigmatic founder. Sharper, the fallen progenitor who created this town. Perennial harvest, Valentine fertilizer, all connected by a single thread. Yours truly. But that's...
Her eyes searched the floor in thought. Solomon watched eagerly, waiting for the flicker of a pit. With a sickened look, she peered into his soul.
Ah, yes, now you've got it. Tempus liquamine, you discovered how to reverse the process.
Solomon clapped with genuine delight.
Very good, Dr. Moodwell. Very good. Though the discovery wasn't intentional.
Solomon glanced down, examining his youthful form.
And the effects went a little too far for my tastes. That's why you needed me to finish Dr. Prescott's work. Which you did admirably. Mr. Kerr, the vial, please.
Kerr presented it with a theatrical twirl of the hand.
May I present to you the eighth wonder of the...
Before he could finish, Rollo snatched the vial from Kerr's palm.
Wow, this stuff sounds pretty valuable. Be careful, you fool. You have no idea what you have in your hand. Actually, we do. You just did a whole evil villain monologue thingy about it.
Rollo casually tossed the vial to Luca.
Gosh, maybe I'll have a taste.
Luca jiggled the vial mockingly.
Seize him. Luca, over here. Move another inch, and I smash it.
She held it tightly behind her back. Solomon sighed, speaking in crisp, measured syllables.
You have no plan. I'll smash it, I swear. Fine. Risk killing us all. Or, if you're lucky, nothing happens. Then what? We capture you and grant you much less
He
leniency.
pursed his lips with feigned sincerity.
But I give you my word, if you hand it over now, none of you will be
A
harmed.
deep uncertainty washed over Beck.
You're a smart girl, Beck. But there's no shame in being outwitted by someone smarter than you. We both know there is only one way this ends. Is there?
She looked to Nellie shakily. With a dispirited nod, Nellie sighed in defeat. Beck slowly approached Solomon.
That's a good girl. Beck, don't do it. We can't trust that jerk. I'm sorry, he's right.
With apprehension, Beck conceded. Solomon pocketed the vial and brushed off his shoulder with a sharp flick.
Mr. Kerr, you have allowed yourself to be humiliated by a group of children. Report to my office tomorrow for a performance review.
The blood drained from Kerr's face.
Of course, sir. But first, you have a speech to make. Trot out there and give me the introduction I deserve. And don't forget to smile. Yes, sir. And to think all of this is thanks to the efforts of Mr. Van Horn. I don't understand. How is this all because of me? Ha, I said Mr. Van Horn, silly child. Dr. Walt Van Horn. Your father was always a thorn in my side. I offered him an opportunity to be a part of something great, but the fool was blinded by righteousness. He even broke into my laboratory in an attempt to sabotage my work.
Solomon shook his head with gratification.
But the universe has a funny way of correcting course. By meddling with a force he didn't understand, Walt showed me its true potential. As fate would have it, Luca, your father's dying act was to grant me eternal life.
A muffled applause resonated faintly through the walls.
Well, that's my cue. After the festivities, my subsequent ascension. After the festivities and my subsequent ascension, I will return to deal with you all. Until then, I suggest you use this time to reflect on the magnitude of your failure. You three keep post outside the door. Well, crap.
Nellie was staring at the floor, deep in thought.
Sorry, Luca, give me a minute to calm my mind. I can't believe Beck sold us out like that. I'm not sure she had any other choice. So what now? What's the plan? I don't have one. Of course you do, you always have a plan. Rollo, you just need some time. Rollo, it's over. We lost. Hey, I'm sorry, Luca. I did what I had to do. I know, it's just... we were so close. I've got a feeling that, eventually, Solomon will get what's coming to him. Time wounds all heals. What? Shouldn't it be time heals all wounds? Well, time seems like less of an issue for him now. nothing at the desk? Luca, there's something you should know. After Mr. Kerr locked me in that office, I had nothing but time and curiosity. I poked around a bit, hoping to find a means of escape, but I found something else. A note, hidden in a false drawer. What sort of note? Dr. Prescott must have sensed his time at Perennial Harvest was growing short. So he left behind a letter, with the hope it would be found by his successor. It was a confession of sorts. He left it for me, but its contents... Luca, I think they were meant for you. Why? What did it say? It was about an incident with your mother. Dr. Prescott found her in his lab with a stolen keycard. There was an accident. She had been exposed to extreme amounts of Tempus liquamine.
The color dropped from Luca's face.
Did she? Is she? She survived. Dr. Prescott decided to help her recover. He no longer trusted Perennial Harvest, so he kept her whereabouts a secret. Over time, your mother led him to reconsider the purpose of scientific discovery. Science is often at the vanguard of change, but that doesn't mean it's always right. He realized that no one should have control over something as powerful as time itself. I now believe that's why he began to intentionally sabotage his own work. And it cost him his life. That's a reasonable conclusion.
Luca was overwhelmed with emotion.
But if she is alive, where has she been? Oh wait, that's a version of reality where we don't know that Gran is our mother? This is so confusing. Where is she now?
A sudden explosion sounded from the hull.
Oh?
Chapter 8. Comeuppance.
Okay.
Ears still ringing, Gran picked herself up off the ground. Through the dust and smoke, she looked over to see Mrs. Fratelli helping Hiram Tolliver to his feet. She'd had to beg, borrow, and steal to acquire those explosives. How many nights had she spent visualizing how she'd use them to make things right? And now, her one shot at destroying the source, that damned hole that swallowed so much of her life, was gone. Traded for this jagged hole in a wall and a foolhardy shot at rescuing Rollo. With Fratelli and Tolliver at her side, she stepped through. It was a strange feeling. The last time she'd stalked this maze of hallways, it was in a different body. They quickly rounded a corner to find a group of clipboards guarding a door. Something worth guarding is probably something worth seeing. She leapt forward, brandishing her cane. If her last chance at vengeance for things lost was truly gone, she would just have to fight to keep what she still had.
Hello? Gran, what are you doing here? Luca, what are you doing here? We're here to save Nellie. We're here to save Rollo. Hey, Mrs. Lucas Gran. That's awful nice of you. But I'm fine. Oh no, what did they... Gran, there's no time to explain. We've got to go now. Come on, everyone. We've got a party to crash.
They made their way out from deep within Perennial Harvest, just as Solomon finished up his speech.
Thankfully, we can dispense with the formalities from here on out.
Solomon pulled a glass vial from his pocket.
We've got to stop him.
In one smooth motion, he downed its contents. A triumphant smile grew across Solomon's lips.
No! Well, I guess that's it. We lost. I wouldn't be so sure about that. Wait, what did she do? Did she swap?
With a mischievous look, Beck elbowed Luca. Remember when I had the vial behind my back?
I might have tweaked his wonder potion with a little junk. change, or malice. Why do we get 3 options from here? I might have tweaked his wonder potion with a little malice. Change? Let's start with junk, because I don't know, they all seem correct.
I might have tweaked his wonder potion with a little junk.
Can't wait to see the look on his face when he realizes he drank his own cigar ash. How did ashes get into the vial? It was pretty easy to mess with the vial when it was behind my back. Oh, that's sneaky. Well, it's a bad habit anyways. Pa always says bad habits are like 50-yard field goals. Huh? Hard to kick. You can call me Sharper Valentine.
His body and face began to contort and expand as he disappeared into a belching green mist.
What? Well, that's one way to kick a bad habit.
As the last of what was once Sharper Valentine wafted into the air, the crowd began to disperse, still numb from what they had just observed. Sharper Valentine was gone for good. His end would be a new beginning for Beacon Pines, a new chance to let go of the things they had lost and grab hold of a new future. The end.
Is that it? No way.
Well, I'd be lying if I said that wasn't a bit gratifying. If that feels to you like a good note to end on, I won't stand in your way.
Okay. So let's try the other options. I might have tweaked his wonder potion with a little change.
I might have tweaked his wonder potion with a little change.
Like pocket change? Your unlucky penny. Yeah, I plopped it in the vial when no one was looking. What's that going to do? No idea. That's the beauty of science. Now we observe. You can call me Sharper Valentine.
His body and face began to contort and expand as he disappeared into a belching green mist.
Holy crap, he's a baby? Yeah, but he's still Sharper, right? What he was no longer matters. This is an innocent child. I apologize for all the harm my father has caused you.
Eris awkwardly cradled the squirming child. She looked to her brother, her voice shaking with uncertainty.
Augustus, what do we... We do what Valentines always do. What must be done. I'll hurry home and prepare a crib for Father, young Sharper. That would be a great help. Thank you.
She looked back down at the infant with equal parts kindness and terror in her eyes. With a shake of her head, Eris addressed the crowd with a stern scowl.
Okay, everyone, the show is over. You may leave now.
Epilogue.
Epilogue? But we still have another option to go through, right?
Beacon Pines' coldest summer on record came and went without much fanfare. Folks shared what they had and none were left wanting. The new school year was ushered in by the falling leaves of autumn. After everything Luca, Rollo, and Beck had been through, middle school was bearable. The chill of winter didn't seem to bother people much. They kindled a hope for a better future in their hearts. When spring arrived, farmers planted their crops with a sense of joy and optimism. And as the dawn of the first day of summer came again, its light slowly spread through the shallow valley. It crept over the town square, across the river, past the neglected welcome sign, and came to rest on a young boy sleeping at dawn, his mind at peace, knowing he is here for a reason.
What? Do we have a goal? Rollo, are you up yet? Roger that. It's a beautiful day at Mission Control. You want to swing by? Be there in a minute.
Over time, Eleanor began moving Walt's old things out of the closet and into storage. Eleanor had moved back into her bedroom, and now that she wasn't sneaking out late, she even slept there most nights.
Wait, was there something here? No. Oh, hi, Mom? No secrets? Mom, I'm ready to go now. You're going without me. I'll meet you there. I've got a batch of jam to finish jarring. It's funny. I only started making jam as a way to send messages without anyone noticing. But now I enjoy it. I'm still confusion. We are here in the change branch. So there's an entire other branch to go through? Wow. Wait, but is this a version of reality where they figured out this is the wrong town? I'm actually so lost. Hey Roxy. I hear you and Rollo have big plans for that little treehouse. Yeah, it started getting crowded after we revoked the max capacity, one Rollo, one Luca rule. So we decided to expand, but at least we've got some help with that. How's the internship at Nelly and Ilona's shop going? It's been great. I'm hoping it helps me get into the School of Agriculture up at State. Also, Nelly said she'd write a letter of recommendation, which would be huge. I just can't help but worry about leaving Rollo. He's grown up so fast, but he's still my little brother. Yeah, he had a heck of a growth spurt. I don't just mean grown, literally. This morning he was up and finished his chores before I even had breakfast. Well, some of that might be his excitement about the treehouse renovations. Don't tell him this, cause it'll go to his head, but I'm really proud of that little punk. I'm sure he feels the same way, but he's just too dang proud to tell you. I know. Can we go to the diner and have some meal served? Hello there, Mayor. Hey guys, how's the tree planting going? Couldn't be better. I'm so grateful to Ilona and Nelly for letting me help. I just wasn't built to be a mayor. Too much bureaucracy. Guys, we finished cleaning up the sidewalks. What's next?
Perennial harvest collapsed. Most of the clipboards skipped town. But some stuck around and dedicated themselves to making things right.
Anyone with a knack for art can help paint the new offices. You can count on us. Well, it looks like you really found your calling. I never really felt comfortable telling people what to do. Now, this right here. This is something I can be proud of. How's the napping this morning? The most underrated part of a good nap is the view. And the view's getting greener every day. Nice. I see you decided on a name. Yep, we had to clear out all the old stuff before putting on the final touch. Slow and Dirty Harvest is now official. I like it. It was actually Nelly's idea. There's still a lot of work to do and the name serves as a reminder. Just because progress is important doesn't mean change should happen fast. In fact, I've learned that the more you care about something, the more important it is to take things slow. Our motto is, go slow and fix things. Amen to that. I'd better not dilly-dally, gonna get to the tree house. But I wanna serve food at the diner. Can we fish? Luca, get this. I managed to reel in an actual fish this morning. Seriously? Yeah, an honest to goodness, flip, floppin', swim, swammin' fish. I don't think I've ever caught an actual fish here. Been at least 7 years since I've caught one. I'd say it's a good omen. What do you do with the fish? Oh, I released it back into the pond. I'm hoping to catch it again tomorrow. Okay. Can we try the fishing thing?
Luca wrapped a twig of thyme. Some fish have
Okay. Looks like we could use some new bait. What do you say we head out and find some more? A little higher. Yep. Little lower. Yep. Little higher. Yep. I'm telling ya, the angle isn't the issue. We need more power to the radio. Luca, there you are. Would you tell him it's not the angle? I am not in charge of antenna redesign. Fine, fine. Iggy, just don't do anything drastic until we get back. Who, me? Tish, you're in charge while I'm gone. Yep. They'll be fine, right? It'll be fine. If we really want mission control to turn into something bigger and better, we have to loosen our grip a bit. You're right. Lead the way. Check in with Beck at her house. Okay. Anything inside mission control we can do? Chilling on the beanbag. Check in with Beck, you say? Oh, this way. So can we now go to the diner? Young Mr. Van Horn. How's little Solomon, Sharper, doing? Young Sharper seems to enjoy nature more than I. So we do a lot of strolling these days. Has he, attempted to crawl out of his crib and plot world domination? Yeah. Thankfully, no. I spoke at length with Dr. Moodwell, and she feels that Sharper's infant mind was not developed enough to retain his previous memories. For all intents and purposes, the child is unmolded clay. Let's hope he's a little nicer the second time around. That's the objective, yes. But really, all I can do is try and hope. 2 activities I'm endeavoring to find less distasteful. Well, I think you're doing a great job. And the whole town is ready to help out whenever we can. I can't wait to teach him to throw a baseball.
Eris did her best to ignore the tears welling in her eyes.
That would be acceptable. What's today's news that needs knowing? I'll give you tomorrow's headline today. Our old friend Patrick C. Montesquieu, aka William Kerr, just performed a stirring rendition of The Iceman Cometh at the State Correctional Facility. I hear there wasn't a dry eye in the house. Well, I guess he has plenty of time to work on his craft. Let's go to the diner. I'm glad you swung by. More follow-up questions for your story? Nope. I got everything I need. Thanks again for that. I sent a draft of the story to a reporter in Capital City. And they offered me an internship. Of course they did. You're an amazing reporter. I don't know about all that. A story about a phony corporation that picked up an entire town of people and moved them to cover up a massive illegal mine shaft full of incredibly hazardous chemicals. Sorta writes itself if you think about it. Just don't forget us when you become a fancy big city reporter. Capital City isn't that far away. I'm gonna have to come back from time to time to check in and see what sort of new trouble you've gotten yourself into. Sorry to disappoint, but my adventuring days are over. Ha, we both know that's not true. What makes you say that? Call it a reporter's intuition. Interesting. Oh hey, can we talk to people?
Mrs. Fratelli glowed with a carefree smile.
Is that your suitcase? That is 2 weeks of unencumbered tranquility. Excuse me? Would you be so kind to take my order? 2 weeks of sand, margaritas, and forgotten obligations. Excuse me, I'd love to place an order.
Mrs. Fratelli sighed with a zen-like calm.
Just as soon as the lunch rush ends. I'll be a feather on the wind. You're going on vacation? For the first time in years. And I've got you and your mom to thank. Why's that? She didn't tell you yet? You two are gonna fill in for me at the diner while I'm gone. Just like old times. It's fine, I'll wait. Oh, really? Okay, but who's gonna cook, actually? Can we go behind you? Do sneaky stuff here? No? Nothing we can do. Let's actually try to go back into the memory.
Luca squinted at the faded photo of him and his mom at the diner. Memories of that day came flooding back.
Oh, wow. Good afternoon, Mr. Toller. Achoo! Sorry, these allergies have been killing me. Haven't been able to smell a thing all day. I almost told Miss Hatch a gallon of spoiled milk this morning. Got anything to help clear out these darn sinuses? Whatever it takes, I just want to be able to smell again. We gotta go creative? What's happening? Fish? Wait, fish is new. Lavish. So this is a burnt burger patty. This is a regular burger patty. 5 burger patties. Tiny burger patty. Sweets. Tenders? I don't understand what he wants. Chicken's not gonna help him. Sweets are not gonna help him. None of the meat is gonna help him. The fish is not gonna help him. I really don't know. Let's try regular burger patty and then chili. Or are these regular peppers and these are chili peppers? And there's onion. The cactus thing. Is that caviar? Lavish. Adorable. Mustard could help, actually. Let's try mustard. Achoo! Not right. I need something a little spicy, I'm afraid. Okay. Something a little spicier. Let's try incendiary and incendiary. Achoo! What's wrong? Well, I'd like the spicy peppers. Put them on something that'll really wake up the senses. Pungent? And incendiary? I call this one a cord for the common cold. Oh my, that's spicy and stinky. I'm sorry, I'll try again. No, don't you see what this means? I can smell again. Looks like your father isn't the only doctor in the family. Okay, so these are more like puzzles now? Hey, Miss Hatch, what can I get you? Oh, I'm not terribly hungry. Something snack-sized if you could. Something adorable, maybe? Something more adorable with a tender... I don't know. I call it the novella. Lovely. Okay, I have a coupon here for 1 free burger. What'll it be? Well, I have a lot of mouths to feed, so give me the biggest burger you have. They must eat a lot, huh? You have no idea. Oh, and throw some lettuce on top. Well, that's at least clear. I call it the too much is never enough. This should keep him at bay. Thank you. Can we talk to our mom? No. If it isn't little Luca. Hey, Uncle Nuncreed. How come you haven't been around the house lately? Well, your dad and I had a little disagreement is all. How's he doing? Has he mentioned me? Not really. He's been busy lately. Sometimes he doesn't come home from work before bedtime. Is that so? Well, tell him I'm thinking of him. You seem sad. Nonsense. What can I get you for lunch? Fact of the matter is, I don't have much of an appetite right now. But, Uncle Nuncreed, you gotta eat. I'll make you something special. That'll cheer you up. Something special. I don't know what special is meant to be. Cold cut with bacon? I'm sorry, Luca, it seems I still can't muster much of an appetite. Hang on, I'll make something to cheer you up. What? Something to cheer you up. Something doubly adorable? I call it the cheers looking at you, kid. 1 burger with a side of good vibes. Oh, Luca, you sweet boy.
Mr. Nuncreed reached down and patted Luca's shoulder with an enormous hand.
You got a lot of your daddy in you, don't you? I guess so. Run along, I'll do my best to clean my plate. This just in. Last chance diner overrun by gremlins. I'm not a gremlin, I'm
Mr.
Luca.
Wilder adjusted his monocle jokingly.
I stand corrected. In that case, would you believe I have a craving for a burger? You've come to the right place. Indeed, I'll have a nice juicy burger topped with onion. Let's go with this succulent and pungent. Strangely, there's no cheese here. That's weird. Here you go. I call it the Wilder. You know, I love a good byline. Many thanks. How do we get to the... Listen well, child. I am only going to say this once. I require a well-done burger. Got it? When I say well done, I mean it. Well done, no problem. I fear you aren't grasping my request. I want the burger charred beyond recognition. I want it bitter and black. One burnt burger coming up, and top it with the most expensive thing you have. Incendiary and lavish then? Burnt patty? I guess it's supposed to be caviar. May I present the row, you're burnt. I can hardly believe it. You've done well. Mrs. Fratelli had caviar stashed back there? The woman is full of surprises. Very good, this will suffice. So it is meant to be caviar. Alrighty, it looks like we've got everything we need. Let's get to feeding these folks. Oh, I already fed everyone. You made all the food yourself? What on earth did you put on the burgers? I just used what was lying around. Oh dear, that can't be good. Thanks again, Luca. Best burger I ever ate. Surprisingly competent. Everyone seems happy. You really are a remarkable boy, aren't you? Yes, chef. Satisfy all customers in the cooking minigame. Noise. It still doesn't feel quite right that we weren't able to do the fishing thing, though. Weird. Anything down here? Hello, people. Hey, Luca. Can you tell Roxy I'll be free in an hour? Sure thing. My dad's making me stock the shelves for the summer. He said it builds character. I think he meant to say it builds calluses. Builds character. Yeah, it builds something, alright. Luca, can I interest you in a delicious
He
apple?
playfully waggled an apple.
No thanks, just saying hello. Well, hello then. Mind telling your mom we need a new crate of jam? Already? That's funny, I used to hide this stuff in the back. Terrified that someone would find out about our secret messages. Now everyone wants to get their hands on Eleanor Van Horn's famous spy jam. Wow, back for seconds? If it's not too much trouble. For the longest time, I didn't understand the appeal of ice cream. It serves no purpose, other than to be briefly enjoyed, and then it's gone. But it's pretty tasty while it lasts. I'm inclined to agree. Why? I'm very confused by the fishing thing. Maybe we need to actually go get another thing from the other branch? He looked to his friends with a thankful smile. After everything that could have gone wrong, everything that did go wrong, we made it. The
Closing
end.
her eyes, Miss Hatch took a deep, relaxing breath.
Oh, hello, Luca. How are you? Really good, actually. That's wonderful. Did I miss anything? I think you're pretty much up to speed. Luca, do you want a biscotti? On the house. I don't really have time. Daryl, gotta come and see this. I finally did it. I pulled the perfect espresso. Aw, Lumi. If I didn't know better, I would think you're proud of something. Pff, as if. I know. It's too late. You're now officially a person that cares. Right. This really feels like the happy ending we are supposed to get. And I'm very confused why there's still another branch. Is that just for the completionist stuff of getting another option to do fishing? It's weird.
Over the school year, Kato and Bert had become close friends.
But did you know that when they covered up the source, they found a new species of fungus? Yep, and they are studying it in the new labs. Did you know that Beacon Pines is now the smallest town in the country? Yep, close to the population before Perennial Harvest moved in.
It typically went on like this for quite some time.
Right. I can't believe it's over. Yeah, the town's really starting to turn a new leaf. The town? I was talking about Hank Atomic. I just finished the last issue. How was it? As great as always. Hank finally returned to Earth, but I just feel weird now. Weird can be cool. It just means you're ready for something new. Any suggestions? You could ask Miss Hatch about what she's always reading. She seems to really enjoy it. Huh, maybe I'll do that.
Luca peeked over Piper's shoulder. Laid stealthily inside a large volume of mathematics was the first issue of Hank Atomic.
Piper, are you reading Hank Atomic? Do you mind not telling anyone? I've kinda got a reputation to uphold. It's nothing to be ashamed of. Just about every kid in town reads Hank Atomic. Honestly, I'm excited for you. What I'd give to start over fresh. To experience it again for the first time. I guess that's the downside of finishing something nice. At least now I can enjoy it again through you. Promise to tell me about it as you go? Sure thing. Yeah, that's the beauty of a knowledge-based game. Where you really cannot go through it a second time. Hiya, Mr. Nuncreed. I'm gonna go see my dad in a bit. Did you want to come with? Even after everything I did, you'd still...
Mr. Nuncreed shook his head.
You really are your father's son, aren't you? I don't think I'm ready for that yet. Well, you're always invited. I bet he'd love to hear from you. I'll visit Waltz in my own time. You run along now. Who are all these bunnies?
With Perennial Harvest gone, the transportation tubes were left unused.
Come on, come on. No one is too big, no one is too small. For Jeff's wild ride.
Maybe not completely unused.
Just one piece of candy for the ride of your life. Who's next? Me. Okay. Guess what? Yesterday I saw a Dynasty's Titaios? Titaios? I don't know how to pronounce this. And that's good. It's great. I haven't spotted one of those in years. At this rate, Beacon Pines is going to become the bug capital of the country. Just throw all the things. Oh. Okay, the barrel is gone. Okay, so we're gonna go check on back and then go to the frozen town, I guess, to see the father's grave. I have news I think you'll enjoy. This morning I unpacked my last box. You're officially moved in. It's just a box. Let's not blow this out of proportion. It sounds an awful lot like putting down roots. I guess I decided this place is root-worthy. You're gonna be stuck with me for the foreseeable future. I do have to warn you, most years aren't going to be as interesting as this one. I think I'll manage. Ready? Before we go, there's a bit of a surprise. Okay. Oh. My mom's prepared this tree especially for you. They didn't have to do that. It wasn't just them. Just about the whole town pitched in. We all owe you. It should do okay in the cold of old Beacon Pines. And thrive as things warm up. That's perfect. When you're ready, take Jeff's wild ride to Old Beacon Pines. Interesting. I still want to see what the other branch is all about. Because it doesn't look like we can do anything else right now, right? Ah, you got it. Now that's a good looking tree. Being a special occasion and whatnot, this ride's on the house. You're gonna want to hang on tight to that little tree.
I think this is it. The end I've been waiting for. Honestly, I'd begun to lose hope of ever finding it. But then you came along. I don't know exactly how to thank you. It's hard to explain how much this means to me. It's funny, now that our time together is finally ending. I'm at a loss for words. Let's just watch the end together.
Done. A good little tree. The best little tree. Thank you, children. This means a lot. Yeah, thanks for everything. Shucks, I only did what any super awesome best buddy would have done. We should probably give you some time alone now. You good? Yeah, I am. It's been a wild year. How are you feeling? Everyone keeps asking me that. I'm fine, really. Always says the only thing fitter than a fiddle is a cello. I feel like a dang cello. Well, if you ever stop feeling like a cello, I'm here for you. I know, you don't even have to say it. You two make an awesome pair. Excuse me? We're a trio now. Yep. Thanks. There's just one thing missing now that you're a part of our group. Missing? Let me tell you a little story about a man named Hank Atomic. Oh god. Yeah, I won't be long. We'll be waiting for you back at the phone booth. I've found the perfect way to start our summer. You've got some good friends. I'm so proud of you. Your father would be so proud. I know. Mom, can I ask you a question? Do you ever dream about Dad? Not a night goes by that I don't. Are you ever afraid that you're going to forget him? Forget what he looked like, forget his voice? No, because much of him lives on in you. He loved that old tree, but I know he would have loved this one more, because his two favorite people planted it. I'll give you two a moment. Hey Dad. Dr. Moodwell says that over the next few years this place should warm up. So you won't have to be so cold for much longer. I think I finally understand why you left that night. There were things you believed in. Big things. Those beliefs were the things that made you, you. If you wouldn't have stood up to Sharper, stood up for what you believed in, you wouldn't have been the same person anymore. You had to go. But that didn't mean you loved us any less. I might not visit you as much as I used to. I know you understand. Right. Oh. Close the book. Wait, but... they... Seriously? You don't? Okay. Well, I guess we reached the credits. It does feel a bit weird though, because I don't know, to be honest. I've never experimented a lot with jumping in between branches of the story while they have not come to their natural conclusion yet. So I was kind of worried to just jump away from this option, because it did feel like the end with like saying hi and goodbye to everyone. It did feel like a proper ending. The thing is, the game gave me 3 options at the last decision point, and this was the second one. We still have 1 to go. Which is probably not going to be like this kind of canonical ending, but it feels weird that the game doesn't really communicate how either this works or like invite me to experiment with that kind of thing. I was just very worried because it kept on, you know, not saving where I thought it would save, and I had to like redo things over and over again until I realized like where it saves, but it's still unclear to me what actually would happen if I'm on one branch that isn't done yet and I jump to a different one. Whether I have to like redo the entire branch, which I think it should, but it would feel very much like that choice of like forcing you to redo things wouldn't be respectful of the player's time, and I'm always worried about that kind of game design decisions, because I've seen games do that. And so yeah, I probably should have just experimented with it earlier throughout the experience here, just so that I would feel confident in like jumping around a bit more if it actually like saves at each branch. But yeah, I'm still a bit confused as to why we weren't able to like get some kind of conclusion about the fishing thing. Because the food serving felt like it was done and we even got an achievement for that, but the fishing kind of, I don't know. Will we get something else at this 3rd branch now that we can take back to the fishing maybe? Would feel weird, but that's my best guess right now. Other than that, I don't know what kind of charm we might have missed. But anyway, this overall experience was fascinating. I really like how they present the story to you. This is really cool. It does become difficult to keep track of everything. Hiding spot games and fellow traveler. Huh. Also, they do give us the option to jump back now, which is cool, I guess. Wait, do they? Oh, they do. Yeah, let's hop in. I want to see what the malice is. The malice option. I might have tweaked his wonder potion with a little malice.
I might have tweaked his wonder potion with a little malice.
Malice? The whiskey from his office? Yep, dude had an unfinished glass on his desk. Figured his grow juice could use a little hair of the dog. You can all call me Sharper Valentine.
His body and face began to contort and expand as he disappeared into a belching green mist.
Yeah. Now that's what I call 80 proof whiskey. 80 poof whiskey. I feel like that should have been a giant splatter of blood, but probably they didn't want to do that because of the tone of the visual style of the game. Damn, dude. Up goes the weasel, out with a bang.
The crowd gazed in stunned silence at the now empty stage. The quiet was broken when William Kerr sprinted off stage and into the distance. He was never seen around Beacon Pines, or anywhere else for that matter, again. Watching the silhouette of Kerr disappear over the horizon, Luca began to laugh. First, a low chuckle that became uncontrolled, heaving laughter. Through his tears, he was vaguely aware that the crowd had begun to laugh with him. The end. That was unexpected. Perhaps a bit of an absurd ending for my taste, but who am I to say? I'm only writing the damn thing.
This is interesting. I'm only writing the damn thing. Okay, so that was a short branch. Interesting, but does that mean we missed something else somewhere regarding the fishing? Because I don't understand. Huh. So in the end, when you look at the branching structure of this tree, you have like one first decision point, which is essentially whether Rollo joins us exploring the warehouse or not. And then when he doesn't join us, that's the left branch, that's where you basically just get a straight path up until you have fire and ice, and then you just have like dead end offshoots. Here, however, you have yet another branch. So in the end, you just have effectively only two branching spots, this one and this one, which is surprising because it felt way more convoluted than that. But it was just never clear whether, whenever you started one of these offshoots, how long they would go or whether they would branch off again, right? So this is why this feels like way more complicated than it actually is in the end. But yeah, I'm a huge fan of this game. I think it's remarkable what they managed to accomplish here in terms of narrative design, just by telling you all kinds of different aspects about the game and like giving you different perspectives into certain characters, into certain situations about the past or motivations of people. And it's really cool to see how in the end you feel like you have a complete picture, but at the same time you completely lose track of the individual like branching paths, because at the end now, okay, maybe this is also a problem of me like not playing the game for like a day or two before picking it up today. It's just very difficult to keep track exactly of what happened along this branch where we hopped back into. Like, you know, have we figured out that Gran is our mom? Have we figured out that the old town is actually like just still there and we are currently in the replica or not? Which I feel like were mostly things that we learned in these other branches, but it's just really confusing to keep track of this branch of reality in a way. However, I still think this is absolutely brilliant because you as the player still feel like you understand everything that's going on, like knowing exactly that, for example, Solomon is the founder, Sharper Valentine, and then like really understanding like what's going on along this branch where he pretends to be captive and says, "Oh yeah, let's leave and let's get out of here," and Luca doesn't get it until like the very end, basically. But you as the player, you know what's going on, and this is really cool. This is really cool. I really like this. I need to play more games like this to really dig deeper into what can be done with this kind of mechanic. And as I've mentioned earlier in the playthrough, I am aware that the Nonary games have something like this. Because I had seen like 10-20 minutes of gameplay of it before I decided, okay, I don't want to see more. I want to experience this for myself. And the bits that I've seen of the Nonary games were actually from like somewhere in the middle. I have no idea how the game starts. It's going to be interesting to see what we can explore there. I was kind of expecting actually here in Beacon Pines that in the end the narrator would turn out to be like our mother or someone else from within the story, but it's not. It doesn't seem to be the case. Also, I find it a bit unsatisfactory that we haven't really figured out what these dreams were all about, because those felt like they were part of this multiverse hopping thing that we were doing as the player. And the dreams were the only bits and pieces, together with the character Nat, who felt like they were connecting to our gameplay in terms of making these choices, hopping between realities. And I thought the game would connect to it a bit better and explain in game somehow, or in universe somehow, why Luca is able to do this kind of hopping back and forth and like exploiting different kind of information by means of charms along the different branches, right? But in the end, I guess if you were to follow the story from the beginning to this end with the change, it probably makes sense to just follow this path without external knowledge from left or right. And the external knowledge from left or right is just for you, the player, to figure out what's going on or give you like a hint of what is to come if something goes wrong. Still pretty cool. I really like this game. So if you know more games that I might enjoy, if I have enjoyed Beacon Pines, please tell me about them. This kind of narrative experience is... I don't see that every day. And I enjoyed it a lot. I am very much looking forward to exploring more worlds with more intricate narrative, confusing narrative, fourth wall breaking narrative. Just things that you don't see every day. I think this is really cool. And yeah, I hope to see you on another journey sometime.